What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. Today, I'll be previewing Legacy Motor Club as we head into the 2024 NASCAR season. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Before we talk about the drivers, there's some other big notes that are going on with Legacy Motor Club heading into 2024. One of the big changes going on with Legacy Motor Club is they will be switching manufacturers in 2024 as they will switch from Chevy to Toyota. Remember, they are going to be getting major support from Toyota. They're going to be one of the major teams that is at Toyota starting in 2024, which will be a massive help, I think, to the organization going into the 2024 season. They got some good drivers coming into the team and a lot of other movement happening. Another major thing happening in Legacy Motor Club is that Matt Kenseth, in near the end of 2023, joined as a competition advisor. Though for Matt Kenseth is to really help young drivers at Legacy Motor Club going into 2024, and the hope is that he can make both of the drivers at the team stronger for 2024. I think Matt Kenseth will be a major asset to Legacy Motor Club in the 2024 season. But now let's get to talking about the drivers. The first driver we'll be talking about from Legacy Motor Club is Erik Jones. Erik Jones, once again, will be driving the number 43 car with Legacy Motor Club in 2024. And like I've already mentioned, Erik Jones is reuniting with Toyota. Remember, he drove Toyotas for a lot of his career from like 2013, 2014, up until the end of the 2020 season. Then he went to the 43 car, which at the time was Richard Petty Motorsports, which at the time, they of course were a Chevy brand. He'll be reuniting with Toyota and getting back into Toyota stable starting in 2024. Now, Erik Jones had an okay year in 2023, but his numbers in 2023 were way down from 2022. But near the end of the season, the 43 car showed a lot more pace and a lot more speed. I go back to the Texas race where he had a chance to win that race, have one of the 3 or 4 fastest cars throughout the entire race. Now, he once again will be working with Dave Ellens in the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season. And what are the goals for Erik Jones going to 2024? Which I think the biggest goal for Erik Jones is to make the playoffs and actually win a race. Erik Jones has not won a lot of races in his Cup Series career. He does have 2 Southern 500 wins and a win at Daytona, but he's looking to win his 4th career race in the 2023 season. But with the performance he's probably going to get from Toyota, I know Toyota's making some changes to their bodies for the 2024 season. I still think Erik Jones can get the best out of equipment, and the fact that they're bringing him back into Toyota and they're going to be getting huge support from Toyota in 2024, I think that is going to be a massive and major asset for Erik Jones going into the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season. So the goal is to make the playoffs in 2024, which in my honest opinion, I think he's actually going to end up making the playoffs in 2024. Erik Jones, like I've already mentioned, gets the best out of equipment, and I think that this 43 team is going to be very fast and very strong throughout the 2024 season. So I expect a overall really strong and a very good year for Erik Jones. I'm looking forward to see what he can do. I think he's got a chance to win some races, wins Prize or Shock, and wins one of the Darlington races in 2024, and I think there's a really great chance and possibility that Erik Jones will in fact make the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in 2024. The only other full-time driver that will be at Legacy Motor Club in 2024 is John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek joins Legacy Motor Club in 2024 and will replace Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson, of course, is expected to join Stewart Haas Racing next season. Now, John Hunter Nemechek will drive the number 42 car in 2024. This will be the first time that John Hunter Nemechek has been full-time in the Cup Series since 2020 when he drove the number 38 car for Front Row Motorsports. And let's be honest, outside of a couple good runs like at Darlington, he tended to struggle in the Cup Series. Now, last year in 2023 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, or earlier this year, he had a very strong season, winning 7 races and making it to the championship 4. Unfortunately, though, he failed to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series championship in the 2023 season. He will also be working with Ben Bayshore in 2024. Now, Ben Bayshore and John Hunter Nemechek had a lot of chemistry in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and they gelled very well together. What I'm really worried about is how Ben Bayshore and John Hunter are going to gel in the NASCAR Cup Series, considering the fact that Ben Bayshore did struggle with Kyle Busch, so Kyle Busch was also kind of falling off near the end of his time at Joe Gibbs Racing, though he still had some solid performances. I do think Ben Bayshore was not a massive help to Kyle Busch, and I think there were some struggles. So what are John Hunter Nemechek's goals going into the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season? Well, one, do better than what he did in 2020. Now, he actually did make a start in his 42 car at Homestead, and let's be honest, John Hunter, I think, was involved in a crash and kind of struggled throughout the event and ran 30th, 35th a majority of the race. But he will be, like I said, kind of similar to Eric Jones. He'll be getting direct support from Toyota. So I think that actually will play a massive role in really helping out John Hunter Nemechek throughout the 2024 season. I expect this 42 team to be the best they've ever performed. I think he will be contend and get a couple top 10s. I don't expect him to contend for a playoff spot in the 2024 season, but I do think that this is overall going to be a pretty good and a pretty solid year for this number 42 team. I think John Hunter will actually have a pretty good year overall at Legacy Motor Club. So therefore, I think this is going to be an overall pretty good year for John Hunter Nemechek, and I think he'll contend for top 25 and top 26 in points throughout 2024. I think this overall is going to be a pretty solid season. The final driver we're talking about for Legacy Motor Club is Jimmie Johnson. Now, Jimmie Johnson, of course, is one of the co-owners of Legacy Motor Club, and will be back in the number 84 car once again in 2024. This will be the first time since he joined the NASCAR Cup Series that he will not be in a Chevrolet. Remember, he basically ran Chevys for his whole entire career, whether that was at Hendrick Motorsports or whether that was at Legacy Motor Club the first season he owned the organization, he drove Chevys. But he'll be switching to Toyota in 2024. Now, Jimmie Johnson's schedule has not been unveiled at this current moment in time, but the expectation is that Jimmie Johnson is going to run around 6 to 10 races in 2024. I would imagine he's going to run the Daytona 500 like he's done the last couple of years. I would imagine that Jimmie Johnson's probably going to run the Chicago Street Course. Remember, he was supposed to originally run the Chicago Street Course. I think he's going to run the Brickyard 400, of course, it being a 30th year anniversary. I would imagine Jimmie Johnson is going to run the Brickyard 400 in 2024. I also think there's a couple other big races. I could see him running a track like Sonoma. I could see him running Gateway as well. I think he's also going to run the Coke 600. I wouldn't even be shocked if he runs the Indy 500, but I think he'll likely not do that. I think he's going to run the Coke 600 like he did in 2023. And overall, I think Jimmie Johnson will get some good opportunities in shots to run in some good races. Obviously, I don't think Jimmie Johnson is going to be a massive threat and massive contender throughout 2024 in the races he runs. He kind of struggled in the few races he did run in 2023. But let's just hope this time around in 2024, Jimmie Johnson is not involved in a ton of crashes, a ton of wrecks, and gets involved in some issues. So we'll see what happens. But once again, Jimmie Johnson makes some select starts in the NASCAR Cup Series, once again, in the 84 car. Now, there is chances and possibilities we could see some other drivers from Toyota stable. Maybe we see Chandler Smith and Sheldon Creed get an opportunity to drive his car as well. Obviously, of course, both those drivers are expected to join Joe Gibbs Racing's NASCAR Xfinity Series program. We could see his car run. I also could see a driver like Casey Mears maybe coming back. Jimmie's good friends with Casey, and I believe Casey Mears spotted at a test earlier this year in 2023 at Phoenix, so maybe we see him get a few starts. He wants to get to 500 Cup Series starts. Maybe somehow they get to convince a driver like Carl Levers. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know at this point. So we'll see who they decide to bring in. I don't think they're bringing Mike Rockefeller because Mike Rockefeller is focused on being with Ford now, so I don't think that's going to happen. Nonetheless, looking at Legacy Motor Club, I think the hope is to run a lot better than they did in year one. They did perform a lot better throughout 2023 than where they started, but they still had a lot of struggles. So hopefully, this team can improve and show major steps in improvement throughout 2024. So, that is going to be for today's special preview video on Legacy Motor Club. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Links go below that, and comment your thoughts on today's video. How will you think Legacy Motor Club is going to perform in 2024? And do you think this upcoming season, 2024, will be better than what they did in 2023? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, there should be a NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last 2 or 3 days. Then on Saturday, more than likely, we'll maybe be ranking every track for 2024. Might do some sort of silly season video. Sunday could be that race ranking video or the track ranking video for 2024. Monday likely will be a NASCAR news video, something special on the channel. And I've got other major team previews dropping on the channel over the course of the off season. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.